So, okay, we'll start now. So we're standing in the back of the chair, and what we would like to do is to feel how the feet are meeting the ground. So you can even close your eyes and kind of pull the intention into the body and down into the feet. And if you were standing on a paint, which part of the feet will be painted? Which part of the feet will have no paint? Which will have a really clear, thick paint? And which one will have a smidge? Do you have weight on your big toe? Do you have weight on your little toe? Do you have weight on the 3 toes in between the big and the little toe? Do you have weight on the big toe bone above the big toe, the metatarsals? Do you have weight on the outside, along the outside of the foot? How is the right foot? How is the left foot? Is there a difference between the weight and the distribution of the weight, or if you want the paint that you are sitting in or standing on? And what about the heel? Where is the heel getting painted? On the outside? On the inside? In the center? And then open your eyes with that mapping and soften the knees a little bit. Just kind of unlock your knees if they are long and shift your weight in towards the heels. Get a little bit more paint on the heels. And very slowly move forward and see how the paint is being distributed forward towards your toes. Choose a color, make it real. And then shift again towards the heels until you feel the squishiness of the heel into the paint.
Are you saying paint?
Paint. Paint. Like gouache paint, acrylic.
Oh.
Like we're painting a foot.
No paint.
No. I mean, I could say mud,
Okay.
sand,
Okay.
honey, or paint. So without air conditioning, it's hot, it's stuffy, and with air conditioning, we can't hear. So we're moving forward and back, and you are trying to, you're not trying, you are sensing how the weight goes towards the hips and towards the toes. And after you have a mapping, a sensation of how much paint on the toes, how much paint on the heels, are you going through the outside, are you falling on the inside? Once you are familiarizing yourself with what's going on your feet, and you're comparing the right and the left, start noticing what the rest of the body is doing when you are going forward, and what is the rest of the body doing when you're going back. And if you close your eyes, and please close your eyes, see if you get to a point where your nervous system is kind of saying, uh-oh, danger, and you're feeling like a little bit of a bracing. And when you do the little bit of the bracing and your muscle contract, well, which muscle contract? Where is it? Is it in the toes? Is it in your buttocks? Is it in your belly? In your neck? Are you breathing? Is your jaw relaxed, or are you tightening your jaw? And enough of that, open your eyes, taking in that information. connection that you gather. Soften your knees. And now we're going to go from the heel to the toes on the outer part. We're drawing a line on the outer part, and then we're drawing a line on the outer part back. So from the center of the heel, we're going out towards the little toe and forward towards the middle to the second toe. Try and put your hands for safety, and so you don't have to worry about, so you can really focus on the sensation. So from the middle toe to the outside, backwards to the heels, and into the center of the heel. And as you go from the center of the heel, forward to the middle toe, and from the middle toe to the outside of the foot, to the center of the heel. Now, we have a muscle right here between hip and heel, between the bones, and it's called the transverse abdominis. That muscle, way back when I studied anatomy, it was written that you really cannot contract it because it's bone to bone. But we know that these bones and this bone have movement. So as you're going out and center out to the center, this muscle is doing something. So we're going to close the eyes again. And if you cannot feel it, at least pretend that you can feel it, imagine it. That muscle is actually lengthening as you go on the outside and relaxing as you go back into the center of the foot, whether you're on the heel or in the front. As you go on the outside, the muscle kind of lengthens as you go back towards the middle and the front. It shortens. It's very delicate, it's very small. It's not like lengthening a muscle in your arm. Let go of the chair and see where your body feels good in standing. Where is the picture of the pain underneath your feet now? Is it distributed any different than it did a few minutes ago when we started? All right, let's bend both knees a little bit and walk with one knee forward and then walk with the other knee forward. So the knees stay bent and we're just walking forward and forward. And as put your fingers on the chair and try to sense what the pelvis is doing. Is it rotating like this? Or is it going forward and down with a knee that's going forward? So let's try both. Let's rotate the hip and rotate the hip. So the whole torso is turning as the knee goes forward. This would not be very efficient for walking. It's a solution, but it's not an efficient solution. When the body turns this way, but if we're going forward this way, it's like, what's the message to the nervous system? Can you sense it? So now, let's work with the pelvis going forward and down as the knee goes forward. So we keep the eyes on the goal of going forward. We're not turning the body away from the direction. Put your hands on the chair so you can feel what the pelvis is doing. Not that you cannot do it without, but you don't have the feedback. It's kind of laying on the floor that where you have a little bit more of feedback. And as you're walking forward and back, allowing the pelvis to drop down and forward, coming back, down and forward, and coming back. Get it into your system where you can do it for the next half hour type thing. Make it comfortable, make it easy, so it's not an exercise. Kind of like relax into it. And then start playing with your eyes. Look forward. Look a little bit on the floor, maybe 3 yards away. Look all the way down, close to you. Okay, so we are walking, and the pelvis is walking with us as the knee goes forward, the hip goes forward and down. And we're playing with the eyes and the head in different directions, looking down right in front of us, being afraid of falling. Looking a little bit further on the floor, or looking to the horizon. And which one feels nicer, more stable? Go back and forth between the different eye positions. And if you feel safe, start going like this, walking in the room, looking down, or looking far away, or looking to the horizon. And as I'm walking with the head down, I'm swaying from hip to hip, from leg to leg. As I'm looking far, I'm more stable and I can start using my pelvis, but when I lift my eyes to the horizon, I can start rotating the spine. So let's put our hands on the back of the chair, and as my right knee goes forward, let's stretch the left arm forward. And when the left knee goes forward, stretch the right arm forward.
Can't do that anymore.
Okay,
I always
eyes
have
to the
trouble-
horizon.
I'm in trouble with that. That's weird.
Open your legs a little bit wider, just for the exercise sense, not for walking like this. As your right knee goes forward, your left arm will go forward. On the chair. Slide it on the chair. And change. Slide it on the chair. So it's the opposite knee to the arm. So when your right knee goes forward, your left arm goes forward. Do it slowly and then check yourself. Opposite knee and arm. Opposite knee and arm. Opposite knee and arm. Opposite knee and arm. Opposite. So when we walk, not in opposition, we walk like this. Let's lie down. Let's bring our arms 45 or 90 degrees to the torso. Lengthen one arm and back. and the other arm, and there, and one arm, and there, and the other arm. Rest your eyes. Now we're laying down. So we're going to do it again, and every time you need to rest your arm, just rest your arm. Because I don't know what you're feeling inside, but we are 90 degrees to the torso or 45 to the ceiling, however you want to look at it. And we are lengthening one, we're not bending the elbows. We are lengthening one, which means we are leaving the floor. And we're coming back. And we are leaving the floor. And we come back and rest. So the same thing that we did with the knees, and one of these possibilities was to turn the torso. That's what we can do now here. We can do this, right? Taking it out of center. We're going to stay in the center. So we have to use the torso. We are rolling to the left side. We are rolling to the right side. We're not outside the chair. We're in the center of the chair. We are right back in the belly button. Look at the thumb that's going up and coming back. And look at the thumb that's going up. Don't get out of the center if possible. And straight up. And one more straight up. And relax. So we have the spine, and we have the head. This is the spine. We have the head sitting on top. And the spine is doing rotation back and forth as the arms are doing forward and back, as the legs are doing forward and back. So the spine has to rotate enough to relate, otherwise the legs are working only, separate and it's specific. There's no connections there. And the spine needs that rotation because it's kind of pushing this fluids up the spine.
The spine doesn't want to turn. It's twisted.
We want it to turn. But then we have the head with the 7 vertebrae here that can do anything. So let's do this again. And now, instead of looking, meaning fixating the head, let's take the head away from the arms and goes forward. And come back. And away from the arm, goes forward. And come back. And away. 45 degrees, 45 degrees, and one more, and relax. Go ahead and sit down, and we'll bring the arms to 90 degrees forward. And we're going to go forward and back and forward and back and forward and back and forward and relax. We are going to do it again. And the next time you're going to allow the hip and the legs to respond to what's happening in the arm. And don't think about what it's happening, just do it. So let's lift the arms, and as this one goes forward, something is happening. Good. And if you look, now we're doing Same arm, same leg. And rest. Let's start walking with the heels. And each time you lift the right hip, lift the left heel of the hip.
I'm doing the same thing.
Okay.
It's so crazy. It's so simple. Why can't you do it?
Yeah. Opposite. Nothing. Opposite. Nothing. Opposite. Nothing. Opposite.
It must have been the same, but not the opposite.
All right. Let's do the other one. Let's see if the other one will be listening. Lifting the heel and the heel of the hand into position and nothing. And lift 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 and rest. Now we're going to do opposite in both sides. Both sides. Both sides are doing opposition. So slow down.
I think I'm doing it, but I wasn't. I'm doing the same way.
Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Now slide the hand. It's opposite. Slide it over the knee. Slide it over the knee. Yes. Yes. Take the time. You're really learning, which is wonderful. Yes. So if it feels comfortable, if you're still just looking at it and studying, that's fine, that's good. If you can start working with the head, looking towards the lengthening arm and far out into the horizon. So the nose is moving few degrees from the center. So the head is rotating a little bit. Long years of habits and rest. Thump, 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 thump. It's only the heels, thump, thump. And then just the heels.
It's not just the spine, it's the brain.
It's going up the spine.
So
The heels, the heels. The heels, the heels, the heels. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Good. Let's get up and walk. Standing on the back of the chair, take your right leg and cross it over and see if you can reach. So do it down here. On the chair, on the back of the chair, down here or up here. And we're going to slide across, and we're going to slide open. And we're going to slide across, and we're going to slide open. And we're going to slide across. Then stretch the buttocks muscles, and come back. And stretch, and come back, and lower, and rest. Again, either on the lower part or on the upper part. Stretch, and back, and stretch, and back, and stretch, and back, stretch, and back, and stretch, and back, and lower. Bringing again to either the end on the lower part or on the end on the upper part. Turn the knee out and bring the knee back up. Turn the knee out and back up. So we are rolling on the outside of the foot, bringing the base of the under part of the foot up and the knee open and back to. So we supinate and back into pronation. And lower down and stand. And again, either the lower all the way across on the upper part. And we supinate the foot and we turn the knee out. So we're getting an outward rotation in the hip. And lower it down. Let's do the walking again in place and see if the pelvis is just going forward and down and not turning side to side. And see if you can do the crossing with the arms. Yes. Yeah, okay. All right, and let's go sit down again.